Have you ever felt invisible, like you're a ghost in your own relationship? You pour your energy into her. You remember the small things. You're reliable. You're kind. You're present. But your effort seems to vanish into a void. There's no reciprocation, no real appreciation for your time, your kindness, or your presence. And yet, you stay. You hold on to a fading hope that maybe, just maybe, if you try a little harder, she'll finally see you. She'll finally recognize your worth. Here is the compassionate but hard truth you need to hear. She will not change, not because of your efforts. The person who benefits from your presence but doesn't value it is not a puzzle for you to solve. And the longer you stay emotionally attached to this dynamic, the more you quietly erode the very foundation of your self-respect. This video isn't about playing games. It's not about manipulation or tricks to win her back. This is a wake-up call and a roadmap. This is about achieving a state of real, permanent emotional detachment that has nothing to do with her, and everything to do with you reclaiming your power, your peace, and your life. By the end of this, you'll understand the psychology of why you're stuck, and you'll have a clear, step-by-step plan to break free, rebuild your confidence from the ground up, and create a life so compelling that you never again have to beg for a seat at someone else's table. Let's begin. Part 1. The psychology of attachment: why letting go feels impossible. You know logically that this isn't working. You see the signs clear as day, the ignored messages for hours while she's active online, the contact that only happens when she needs something, the feeling of being an option while you've made her a priority. So if it's so obvious, why does walking away feel like trying to lift a 1,000-pound weight? It's not a weakness of character, it's neuroscience and psychology. There are three powerful forces keeping you hooked. 1. The sunk cost fallacy. You've invested so much time, emotion, energy, memories. Walking away feels like admitting that all that investment was a waste. Your brain would rather cling to a losing bet than accept a loss. It's not about the future potential. It's about not wanting to feel that the past was meaningless. 2. The fear of the void. For many men, the relationship, even a bad one, became a primary source of their identity. Who are you without it? The fear of that emptiness, of being alone with yourself, of starting over from scratch, can be more terrifying than the pain of staying. You're not just afraid of losing her. You're afraid of losing the version of you that was attached to her. 3. The addiction to intermittent reinforcement. This is the most powerful hook. Think of a slot machine. You lose and lose and lose, but that occasional unpredictable win floods your brain with dopamine and keeps you pulling the lever. That's her. The constant ignoring is the loss. The occasional text, the moment of kindness, the glimpse of the woman you fell for, that's the jackpot. Your brain becomes chemically addicted to the cycle of anxiety and relief. You're not chasing her. You're chasing that next hit of validation. Holding on in this state isn't love. It's a form of self-harm. Your mission is no longer to convince her of your worth. Your mission is to protect it. And that begins with a fundamental rewrite of your internal operating system. Part 2. The mindset shift, from needy to non-negotiable. The instinctual reaction when you feel someone pulling away is to chase harder. You think, if I can just be more patient, more understanding, more generous, I can prove my value to her. This is the single biggest mistake. You cannot negotiate genuine desire or respect. Trying to prove your worth to someone who doesn't see it is like trying to explain color to a person who is blind. They lack the fundamental capacity to perceive it, and your explanations only make you look desperate. The shift is this: stop asking, how do I make her want me? And start asking, why am I so invested in someone who doesn't value what I offer? This reframes the entire problem. It's no longer about her. It's about your own standards. You are the prize. Your attention, your time, your energy. These are valuable currencies. You must see yourself as the source of value, not her as the source of validation. You set the standard. Her behavior is simply feedback on whether she meets it. If she doesn't, she disqualifies herself. It's not a punishment for her. It's a protection for you. Your worth is intrinsic. It was there before her, and it remains after her. It is not defined by her attention or lack thereof. When you truly internalize this, a powerful thing happens. You stop emitting needy energy. You become calm, centered, and indifferent. And that magnetic pull of indifference is often what makes them look up and finally take notice. But by then you'll be so focused on your own path that her notice will be irrelevant. And that is true victory. Part 3. The step-by-step detachment protocol. Mindset without action is just philosophy. Now we put this into practice. This is your protocol. Step 1. The silent withdrawal. Cut the emotional supply line. This is no contact, but with a purpose. Stop initiating contact. Mute her stories and posts. Not out of anger, but out of a need for mental peace. Stop analyzing her every move online. Every time you resist the urge to check, you are literally rewiring your brain and breaking the addictive cycle. You are not giving her the silent treatment. You are giving yourself the silence you need to heal. Step 2. The vacuum fill. Replace her space with purpose. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you simply remove her, the emptiness will suck you back in. You must fill that space proactively. Physical reclaim. Go to the gym. The discipline and tangible results build self-esteem directly. Mental reclaim. Read. Learn a new skill. Dive into your work or a hobby. Redirect all that obsessive mental energy you spent on her into building something for yourself. Social reclaim. Reconnect with friends who see your value. Surround yourself with people who energize you and reflect the man you are becoming. Step 3. Cognitive reframing. Rewrite the narrative. Every time you find yourself idealizing her or missing her, pause. Interrupt the thought pattern. You don't miss her. You miss the idea of what you hope she would be. You miss the potential. The reality is, the woman who treats you as an option is not the woman you fell in love with. That woman was a projection. Grieve the projection, but accept the reality. Step 4. Prepare for the final test, the Hoover. This is crucial. The moment you genuinely detach and seem to be moving on, she may very well sense it and reappear. A text, a "Hey, how are you?" A memory. This is not a change of heart. It is a test of your new frame. It is her checking if her source of validation is still available. Responding, even neutrally, tells her it is. Your most powerful response is none at all. Your silence now is not weakness. It is your final unshakable statement of value. Part 4. Building an unshakable identity. Detachment isn't an end goal. It's the necessary first step to rebuilding. Now you build a self-worth so solid that no one can ever shake it again. This is done through demonstrable action. Keep promises to yourself. If you say you'll go to the gym, go. This builds self-trust. Upgrade your life. Dress well for yourself. Keep your space clean. Cook good food. These are acts of self-respect. Set and enforce boundaries. In all areas of life. Your time, your energy, your peace, they are non-negotiable. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. You are not trying to become high value. You are high value, and your actions are now simply aligning with that truth. When you treat yourself like the prize, the world will start to treat you that way too. Part 5. The ultimate goal. A life so good, the past can't compete. The final stage of detachment isn't hatred or even indifference toward her. It's irrelevance. Your goal is to build a life so fulfilling, so rich with purpose, growth, and genuine connection, that the memory of that old dynamic feels small, distant, and completely insignificant. You become a man who is too focused on his mission to be distracted. A man who is emotionally and financially independent. A man who has traveled, learned, and experienced so much that his sense of worth is derived from his own journey, not anyone's approval. In that state, you don't attract better partners. You become the partner that high-value people are drawn to. The right woman won't be someone you have to convince. She'll be someone who recognizes the man you've built and enthusiastically meets you at your level. The pain of walking away is temporary. The pain of staying in a state of disrespect is a continuous erosion of your soul. You have one life. The moment you stop anchoring yourself to someone who doesn't see your value, you open yourself up to everything that does. The journey starts with a single step: the decision that your peace is more important than her presence.